Yeah, if I'm really mad, I think reels are awesome.
Yeah.
So funny.
Hey YouTube, this is Chris from Team Innovate. I'm just chilling with Wolfpack Swag over here. And yeah, I just want to show you guys my Inzektor deck build. There's a bit of a glare, and I'm sorry for that, but otherwise, hope you guys enjoy. Basically,
Huge bottle of Smirnoff.
don't mind the huge bottle. Anyway, though, start off. I got the 2 effect failures. You guys already know what effect failure does. It's been around for formats, and frankly, no, it's fine. No, that's good. It's no glare. Yeah. So thank you. But yeah, you guys know what effect failure does. It's been prominent for I don't know how many formats. I mean, and right now it used to have like it got a little bit of a lull when rabbits were like popping up, but right now it's pretty legit. Like I mean, it stops windups at their Zen mighties. It hurts Inzektors like nobody's business. And effect failure is just a really like must need right now. Then you got 2 Max C's. And Max C's are just as equally like important in this format. You special summon, Max C can help you out. Even so, like I play 2. I'm trying to get 1 more for the side deck if you guys want to, like give me stuff. So or trade. But the point is though, Max C is good. I love Max C because I feel as if Max C is a card that is more pro the more pro you are. You know decks in and out. You know when to force them to special summon. You know when you can drop Max C at a point where they must give you pluses, and Max C just works better. So you guys know what it is. Got 1 Gokapon, or because of my custom artwork, I'd like to call him Nigapon. He's kind of got the little afro on top and the goatee and the sunshades. Fucking awesome. Point being, for you guys that don't know, he just came out of the, he got reprinted in the last Turbo Pack. And his effect is that when this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 insect-type monster with 1,500 less attack from your deck to hand. So, for what you guys, I mean, I run Sengen as well, but this guy is a battle searcher that searches to hand, which is rare to begin with, but on top of that, he can search not only lots of my Inzektors, but Max C, and that's just fucking ballin'. So, we got Birdman. And you know what it does? Birdman helps you go into Brionic, helps you go into Gaianite, helps you go into Trishula, helps you go into Locomonogenex. It does all that shit. Sengen, because it's Sengen. You guys know the Inzektor core build doesn't really need much innovation. I mean, it's like fucking like 3 of each. So you have 3 Inzektor Centipedes. I'm sorry, I'm still on their OCG names. I've been playing with this deck for months.
Yeah, Damsel over Dragonfly.
Damsel over Dragonfly. I like that. 3 Dragonfly, you guys already know this. If you guys don't know what these things do, I will have the link down, but if you guys don't know what these things do, you probably aren't fit for the meta at the moment. Point being, Centipede, while I'm at it, when the equip cards come off Centipede, please don't unsubscribe to me. When the Centipede, when this equip card leaves, you get to search an Inzektor. When the equip card leaves the Dragonfly, you get to search, or you get to special summon from the deck. So that's good. 3 Hornets, be mad jelly. These things are 30 apiece. Please find some before they raise, or hopefully, if you're lucky, they drop. Or maybe I just happen to run 6 Hornets.
That's what deck's supposed to be run.
This is the key to my ultra awesome, just consistentness. I mean, you can't be consistent unless you run 6 Hornets. I mean, there are just times where I drop Hornet and I activate Hornet effect on Hornet. And there's other times where I just like I jip people, like they're swinging at my Damsel with Sengen to crash, and I equip Hornet and I equip them during the damage step since it changed the attack and defense, and it's almost like honest, except it's Hornet. You see they both start with H. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's what happens. H-O, that quick Hornet. And so yeah, but really Hornet, it's the key to the deck. It literally is the key that starts the engine of this deck. So yeah. Then 1 tech I got is Hornet, or Hopper. I tech Hopper. It's a 1700 beater, and what's special about it is it can send itself to the graveyard. Its effect is not worthwhile by far. But the thing is, though, if you do not have that Hornet, which many times you will find yourself not having that Hornet, you can remove this to still get your Inzektor's effects off. If you draw it late game, he's a 1700 beater, and that's not bad. 1 Armageddon Knight to get the dumping in. I used to run 2, and I know lots of people run 2, but the problem is, I know I said the dumping, but the problem, you guys, I'm sorry, people are drunk and that's what happens. But really, Armageddon Knight, he dumps Inzektors like Hornet into the graveyard. The issue, though, is that sometimes I'm sure lots of people have found this. Sometimes you're late game, mid game, late game, and you want to draw the nuts. And when you want to draw the nuts, you draw Armageddon Knight, and you're like, shit! And so, like, you don't want to draw Armageddon Knight late in the game. So, like, literally, that's the mental note you will give yourself. One Armageddon Knight, or one Mystic Tomato. You guys can tell I'm a bit drunk. One Mystic Tomato, and it's just good. You know what I mean? Like, you can get your Hornets out to the field if you're really just feeling like silly. And of course, since the battle phase, they can't affect failure. You just Mystic Tomato into Armageddon Knight. You dump Hornet. You thin your deck out by 2 just because they decided to swing on Mystic Tomato, and you're like, fall in. So that's kind of how that goes. One Gigamantis, because Gigamantis is a good. It's ulti, so you can't not play it because it looks ballin'. And but really, in all honesty, Gigamantis is versatile. You can slap it to the field with Dragonfly, just have an instant 24 beater. You can put it to the field and equip it and just do shenanigans with it, explode with this card. This card makes explosions. Then last but not least, what is any dark deck without an ultimate Dark Arm Dragon? You guys know what it is. I don't have to explain it. It just does work. And in this deck, you have such good graveyard management that you can have a graveyard of 6. And if you play the hand right and play the field right, you can pull them out to 3, drop dad, and keep going. Going with spells, and you guys be sure to comment what you like, what you don't like. I love feedback. It's how I continue to make my decks. Pot of Avarice, because this deck can run to Steam. I've been playtesting with my friend who likes to run Dino Rabbit, and literally, like just the other day, we went up 3, took 45 minutes for the match because we sided, and the only reason why I lost is because I did not have any monsters left in deck. This deck can run out of Steam, and Pot of Avarice is needed. Foolish Burial, it needs to happen. Heart of Clear Water. For any of you guys that do not know, I'm actually surprised at how many people ask me if they can read Heart of Clear Water. Heart of Clear Water says that if the equipped monster's attack is 1300 or higher, this card is automatically destroyed. This monster equipped with this card is not destroyed by battle or the effect of a card that specifically designates a target. Battle damage is calculated normally. What this means is that if the monster's attack is over 13, it will destroy itself, and which means it will be an equipped card that leaves the effect. So, just a couple things I can do right here. I can summon a Centipede. And if I don't have the Hornet in hand, I can equip it with Heart of Clear Water. Or even if I do, if I just want to force the search. Since its attack is over 13, Heart of Clear Water will instantly be destroyed and I can search for what I want. If I have it with Dragonfly and I equip Dragonfly with Heart of Clear Water, then activate Dragonfly's effect to equip Inzektors Hornet, I get 2 special summons. Once for the Heart of Clear Water, once for the Hornet I'm going to soon pop off. If I have Gigamantis on it, even bigger explosions. Heart of Clear Water is another burst card, and that's what it does. Then I've got Mind Control. You never know when you can use a good Mind Control. You can use it to get stuff off the field. If they got Stardust and they're like, whoa, 1 destruction's negate it, you just Mind Control shit out of that Stardust and destroy it, and you're just like, lol, fuck you. That's kind of how it works. Book of Moon because it's Ultra. Dark Hole because it wipes field. MSTs because back rows are annoying. Heavy Storm because back rows are still annoying.
Do you play 2 or 3 MSTs?
I play 2 and I have 1 on the side.
Okay.
Because every Hornet, every turn is like an MST. Monster Reborn. My traps though, one thing I personally feel about Inzektors are that Inzektors are boss mode during your turn. The only thing you really need to fear is effect failure. But during your opponent's turn, well, I guess in Fiendish Chain. I don't want to admit it, but Fiendish Chain hurts. But during your opponent's turn, Inzektors are weak, fragile bugs, and if given the chance, your opponent will stomp them into the ground like weak, fragile bugs. So my back row is mainly to prevent shit like that from happening. I've got Dust Shoot because if you don't run Dust Shoot, either you're a genius and you can manage without it, or you're just like terribly making a deck. You get 2 Bottomless because Rabbit, you just suck up those dinos and tell them to get the fuck out, and then they just kind of get screwed like that. Also, they just stop Thunder King Ryos that can hurt you. Basically, Bottomless helps your monsters on your turn. Torrential, because, I mean, although it takes my monsters too, if you gotta say FU, you gotta say FU. And Torrential Tribute is an FU card. You got the Solemn Warnings, Stop Monsters, you got Solemn Judgment, because when Moses says no, shit gets epic. You gotta, or shit just gets gamed if you just don't have a lot of life points. Sometimes you gotta watch how you use that card. Dimensional Prisons, Mirror Force is like I said, you really need to watch out for your opponent's monsters because they will run over you. Royal Decree, because I have one in the side deck, which I might put up in another video later and once it gets tested more. But I have one in the main deck because back rows like Fiendish Chain can be like the bane of your existence. But if you notice, once a Royal Decree is popped and you have 2 or more Inzektors on the field, all back row becomes Insect Miracle Grow. And you just eat it and you plus and they cry and shit just that happens. My extra deck, I got one Leviathan or one Leviair because you remove stuff. Shit gets removed by Crow, shit gets removed by Trishula, you might remove stuff yourself, and so you fuck it up. Leviair allows you to recycle things that are removed, and when people think they put it in your pants by Trishuling your Hornet out, you Leviair, and you get it back. 2 Ghost Rail Leviathans, because you need a beater. And yeah, well, in all honesty, you need a beater. You go into 3 stars, and you put it, or rank 3s, and you put out this beater, and that's how it rolls. I mean, it goes up to 25, and you wreck stuff with it. And if you're gonna run Leviathan, why not run a Ghost Rare? It's like a really inexpensive Ghost Rare. 1 shot, because that's how Chris rolls.
Oh no.
Oh.
Hey yo. And guys, this is Wolfswagger. I'm just basically saying we took a shot to Chris while he was doing this.
You're gonna shut right now.
1 Utopia, because I mean I got 4 stars, and you gotta run them if you can run them.
Where's the Utopia rate, man?
No, let me do.
I'm literally gonna put a Utopia Ray, and I have 14,
Oh shit.
at least for now. Armory Run, because I have effect failures, and if I need to make it, I will make it. It's also a equip card, so that's kind of funny too, because if they got MST'd for any reason, I can still get Inzektor effects off. Hyper Librarian, in all honesty, like I'm not gonna even lie, I have this. It doesn't need to be in here. This deck doesn't synchro. I have much better things I can put out instead of going for a Hyper Librarian. Catastor, you never know when you'll need this guy. Fuck over Gaichis and Zinmains all day. Iron Chain Dragon, because 6 stars this deck is easy to make because of Birdman. Underground Arachnid, this is one more way to kill Spirit Reaper. I flip Spirit Reaper, they go, haha, Spirit Reaper, and you already use your destructions, and I'm just like, Birdman, Underground Arachnid, target to equip, and Spirit Reaper dies, and they get sad, because nobody sees this coming. Nobody sees this coming. People in DN rage quit. Brionic, because it's Brionic. Scrap Archfiend, because sometimes you just need somebody to beat it up. Black Rose Dragon, because sometimes you need somebody to fuck it up. Trishula,
I'm just saying.
because Shula's a Shula. And then Locomotive Genex.
That's something we've been talking
No,
about.
Locomotive Genex or Genex is just funny. It says that yeah, when this card sync or summon, take control of the face-up monster your opponent controls at the highest level. If it's a tie, you get to choose. It basically just does work. You put it in the field and you look at your opponent's like biggest monster and you take it.
It used to be really popular with the Formula Monarch deck, because you'd play the Genex Undyne with the Genex controller, and you'd summon Genex controller when you have the Chaos on the field, and you'd synchro for that and take their biggest monster and have game, basically.
Don't forget that
So-
you can also combo any two of your Inzektors with Bearman, and you can just make that. Just using 2 cards.
Coming into back to the
So,
field.
you could make Locomotion Genex, or you can make Trishula. Genex. Trishula. There is obviously no better choice, Trishula, but if I had to Trishula, or Genex, I would make sure I did it when there are no exceeds in the field, in which case you'd probably just use Trishula.
And a lot of people will be talking shit like you ain't got fucking tour guides, but no, the deck is good.
In
I
all
saw
honesty,
it. It's nice.
like
It's nice.
it's solid. If you want to face me on DN, let me know. Post, comment, give me your stuff on DN. I will show you that this deck is pretty good. In all honesty, though, I will just firmly say here, I am not a fan of, like, look, tour guides work in plants. Tour guides make Dark Worlds better. Tour guides are a necessity in Dino Rabbit. In Inzektors, in windups, they are great. In Inzektors, I honestly do not believe they are what needs to happen in Inzektors. Like, for instance, I'm just putting out, if you can put up a better argument, let me know. But lots of people have been telling me, well, if you tour guide into Sangin, you can get Hornet quicker. And what I gotta say to that is, well, that gives them a chance to summon Thunder King Ryo, swing over Sangin. Gives you a chance if you swing for them to hold the D-Prison until they feel it's necessary to D-Prison Sangin. It gives plenty of chances to do plenty of things to Sangin. Whereas you could just summon freaking Centipede, activate Heart of Clear Water, and search Hornet that turn. One more card from your hand, instant search, you don't have a Sangin to turtle. So there are plenty of things that I think that are just kind of weird with how people play it, but I do not believe that Tour Guide makes this deck any better than it can be. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys comment, subscribe, hope you guys liked it. Sorry that I'm a little bit drunk, it might have been a little weird, a little bit rambly, but I hope you guys appreciate the random shininess that I showed you guys. And so, yeah.
Deck does work. Deck
This
does
is
work.
This is Chris from Team Innovate signing out. Deuces.